Hey, something important is happening across all three counties right now, and most people have not connected the dots, honestly. Now, prices are softening, inventory is building, and yet buyers are actively going under contract. Yes. Now, stay with me. This combination tells a very specific story, and I'll tell you exactly what it means for you. Hey, while catching this market update, if anything sparks a question as you hear the details, feel free to grab a 20-minute spot in my calendar. The link is in the description below. Hey, also, you might want to stay until the very end because I have something for you specifically. So let's get into it. Hey, Ravi Ramachandran with Rams Group here. We are Seattle and Eastside Realtors. We specialize in relocation and work with move-up, move-down sellers across the region. Now, we are in the trenches every day and working with real buyers, real sellers, and helping them make real decisions. Now, every month, I take the latest NWMLS data and tell you what it actually means for you. Not just the numbers, but the interpretation that helps you make a smarter move. So getting to the core, this month, all three counties, King, Snohomish, and Pierce, are telling the same story all the way across. And this nuance actually matters. Now, before we get into the local data, let's look at what is happening nationally and let's tie it into the three counties. So first off, Compass projects that home prices essentially will be flat at 0.5% growth nationally in 2026, all of 2026, that is. Now, inventory is up nearly 9% year over year, and the national story is kind of rebalancing, not crashing, not surging either. Then let's look at mortgage rates. They are hovering around 6.66%, the dreaded 666, if you will, as of today. Now, geopolitical uncertainty is pushing treasury yields higher and rates follow. Now, Fannie Mae projects that rates will hover around 6.3% for the rest of the year. Let's see. Now, rates are not dropping dramatically anytime soon. I'd say plan for today's rate, not for the one you would actually hope for. So with the national picture out of the way, let's look at King County, the areas around Seattle. Now, last month's median price was $983,000, which is down about 1.4% from a year ago. Now, here's what totally stands out. Now, new listings declined about 1.5%, but for the first time all year, sellers kind of pulled back. Now, my read is that sellers who locked in at, say, 3 or 4% a few years ago, especially after COVID, are looking at today's rates and thinking, at 6.6%, does it even make sense for me to go ahead and purchase? So that's what is making them stay put, which is the lock-in effect, if you will. And what this is causing is that inventory is still building at a much slower pace though. And it's up about 22.1% to about 4,692 homes. Now, days on market is up 29.4% as well. Yes, homes are sitting longer. When sellers hesitate and inventory accumulates, buyers gain leverage. Now, pending sales, that is homes that have gone under contract, are up 8.5%. Now, buyers in Bellevue, Kirkland, Redmond, and Sammamish are still making offers, but are being more deliberate. Now, correctly priced homes are still selling and are getting full list. So the gist of it is the market is not broken, it's selective. And that distinction totally matters to you, especially if you're pricing it right now for today's market. And are you a relocator to the Seattle area? You have more choices, more time at your disposal, more negotiating room, which is important, than ever before, than we've seen in years. Now visit theramsgroup.com for our city pages on Bellevue, Kirkland, Redmond, and Sammamish. I've included the links in the description below. After King County, let's move to Snohomish. Now, Bothell, Linwood, and the broader corridor had the inventory go up by 36%. The median price hovered around $799,950, close to $800K. The largest price decline of all three counties in the report happened in Snohomish. Now, the same rate lock-in effect that sellers are experiencing in King is also reproducing itself in Snohomish. Pressure there is much more pronounced than King County. Now, pending sales are up 12.8%. Buyers are active, just shopping at lower price points than what sellers expected. Now, if you are a seller in Snohomish, the gap between where you want to price and where buyers will transact is the entire game. Close it and you'll sell. Ignore it and you'll sit. Now, are you a relocator on the other hand? Prices are down nearly 5% and inventory is up almost 36% there. Now, there are motivated sellers, or anything that is sitting on the market is your cup of tea. That is real leverage that you have. Now visit city pages for Bothell and Linwood at theramsgroup.com to learn more. Again, I've included the links below. Now, after looking at King and Snohomish, let's move on to Pierce County, Tacoma, Bonnie Lake, Maple Valley, are a few areas to name. Now, this county has always been a quiet achiever, or I should say overachiever. Now, median price in Pierce hovered around $587,000, which is down about 0.8%, essentially flat, if you will. Now, compare that to King, which is down about 1.4%, and Snohomish about 4.8%. Now, Pierce is the most resilient market in this entire update. Just beats King and Snohomish handsomely. Now, here's why. Pending sales are up about 14.5%, that is homes that have gone under contract. It is seeing the strongest buyer demand signal across all three counties, King, Snohomish, and Pierce, for a second month in a row. And sellers there are still getting over list price, 100.4%, and inventory is growing the slowest across all three counties, which means the supply and demand story points more favorable to buyers over there. Now, are you a relocator to Pierce County? $587,000 buys you considerably a bigger home than anywhere in King or Snohomish County. But pending sales are up about 14%, so be aware of that. And this is happening for the second consecutive month, which tells me that this window will not stay open indefinitely. So this is your time to act. Are you a seller in Pierce County, the strongest position of all three counties, as I said before? Prepare well, price it right, and this market will absolutely reward you. So after looking at those three counties, I just want to let you know that I have access to all the data. I shared what I felt was the most relevant so that you can glean from it and take action on it. Now, if you need neighborhood level detail, drop it in the comments and I'll drill it down for you. Hey, also, I have a direct question. What are you seeing in your neighborhood right now? Are homes moving quickly or are sitting longer than expected? Drop it in the comments below. I read every comment and respond. So bringing it full circle, here's what is the thread connecting all the three counties. Inventory is up, prices are softening, and yet pending sales are up in all three counties simultaneously. Now, this tells me that buyers are not retreating, they are recalibrating. Now, finding price points that make sense and going under contract is the name of the game. Now, this is a market in free fall. It is a market finding its equilibrium, if you will. Now, if you are a relocator specifically, you have more choices, more time, more room to negotiate than we've seen in years. Plan your move now before summer when the competition actually builds up. Are you selling, on the other hand? Where you price on day one is the single most important decision you will make in this market. Price it for today, not last year or for the future. Hey, also, know someone who's thinking about a move? Send this video their way. They might find it useful. Hey, also, here's what I promised for staying all the way through at the beginning of this video. Neighborhood level data for your exact zip code anywhere across the country in all 50 states. Absolutely free and instantaneous. Takes about 30 seconds if you've not already set up. The link I've included in the description below. It's on my website, theramsgroup.com, where you can drill down into and get zip code level specific data. Also, if you have questions about your specific situation, direct message me, comment, or feel free to book a 20-minute slot on my calendar. No sales pitch, no pressure, just a straight conversation to help you. Also, think about who in your circle is sitting on a decision right now. As I said, feel free to forward this video to them. Also, if you're not subscribed yet, I put out market updates and relocation content every week, Tuesday and Thursday. All right, it was a total delight. You take care and stay safe. Hi, we'll see you on the next one.